Currently driving song playing on the radio. I'm so excited I forgot to name who. Currently driving song. You might have to explain that one, Stratman. You're listening to my song while driving? It could be a little dangerous. I'll turn it up just in case. Although it just ended. I'm currently driving. The song is playing. I'm so excited. Doing a little boom chicka pop. It's a weakness of mine. Kettle corn. Gets me every time. So fantastic. So sweet. This video covered or sponsored by Boom Chicka Pop. I'm gonna just hang this in the background somewhere. Do that. There we go. I finally watched Fat Cat Piper's coverage of the show. I was trying to spot you in the background, but I was only there for like 22 minutes. I made my rounds very, very quickly. It was in a bad part of town, Richmond, Virginia. You had to. I stayed at the Omni Hotel, downtown Richmond. You had to get a shuttle. They didn't spare any expense. They had 5 shuttles for like 150 people. But once I got there, the coffee was cold and there's only so much tobacco, and I didn't want to buy a pipe. So you could see the whole thing in about 5 minutes. The food was good though. There's a couple food trucks. I'm gonna get my stash for tonight. I think we can remove the Boom Chicka Pop sponsorship. The king goes there, actually. We'll do one of these 3 here. I'm not sure which one. I'm feeling a little earthy tonight. I need something a little not Peretti. It's got to be earthy. Salt of the earth. I tried a little Tashkent earlier. I gave it another shot. It still has plenty of body. And I think we'll do, bust out the old Boswell here. I'm still curious who this old timer is there. Old Man Rimouche, apparently. Durhamshire, ye one genuine, Kenny Guy. Would love to have a chat, pint, and a pipe in person. Pity I'm in the uck. I'm not sure what the uck means. And you in that American country. Keep doing what you're doing. Best witches, Gieri. I appreciate that, Gieri. Oh wow, the number of viewers keeps popping up between 0 and 4, back and forth. I'm not sure what's going on. Got to get my battery power up another 4 to 5 minutes before I can head outside. So I'm just going to practice puffing here. Today is October 8th. A little over 3 weeks away from Halloween. My favorite holiday of the year, actually. I feel like we need 2 Halloweens. It'd be nice to have one in October and to have one like in March or April. But one a year is just not quite enough. All right, I think I'm getting close to enough battery power here. I think we can head outside. Be right back. Jack, nice to see you. What are your thoughts on Samuel Gawith tobaccos? Haven't heard you speak of them much. I signed a non-disclosure agreement with Samuel Gawith way back in 2016. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had many fine experiences. I think Full Virginia Flake was probably my most popular video at the time. Strangely enough, I haven't bought it since because it's impossible to get. It's always out of stock. But my experiences for the tobaccos that I bought were fantastic. I'm sure there must have been a dud there, but nothing compared to the duds I've had in other brands. So I think, long story short, I think 80% of the European stuff is the non-aromatic European stuff is, from a relative standpoint, very solid compared to the American stuff. I'm trying to think of some exceptions. I'm trying to think of some duds. You know, Rat Race makes like probably 10 decent selling tobaccos. I like 3, so I guess you could say there's winners in all of them, but there's also probably some duds in all of them as well. I remember that tin. First of all, I love the tin art of Full Virginia Flake. It's yellow, it's rectangular. It makes you feel like you like in World War II, and you found it on the ground, like somewhere in Belgium. It has a very old-timey feel to it, and that started me off in a good vibe with Full Virginia Flake. But I think 90% of Full Virginia Flake can be had in Solani 633, the yellow tin there as well. Not identical, but similar. But it's out of stock all the time. It's impossible to get. Believe me, I would. And when you go on these websites, smokingpipes.com or wherever, I wish it would say, you know, click here to get on the list. Because what I do, I go tobacco shopping, I don't know, every 2 months online. And if it's not in, like, I'm gonna fill a cart and order it in one shopping session. So if it's out of stock, then it's out of stock. And 2 months later, I check again, it's out of stock. But I just wish you could like queue this stuff up and put it on layaway and get it eventually. I'd pay $20 now to get Full Virginia Flake 3 months from now if I could. But I don't know how to arrange that. Maybe you guys have some connections. If you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, let me know. I'll be right back. getting a little chilly out there, so I thought I'd put on my streaking jacket before I head out. It's always good to pre-insulate. Some sites have to have a notify option that will email you when it's back in stock. I don't want that. I just want to, I'll pay now and just ship it to me. There used to be a site that, I think Pipes and Cigars used to do that. Because I remember getting tins of tobacco weeks after I ordered it. But I don't know why they don't do that. They're missing out on a lot of potential customers. Get the cash now, ship it to them later. Oh, no, that's tricky. Because when I order stuff, I want to order big quantities. I don't want to get 2 tins here, 3 tins there. Especially after the announcement a couple days ago, the post office is going to start slowing down delivery times. Which means I'm going to get, I'm going to try to be an optimist on this. I'm going to get my tobacco aged by the USPS for free. I get a good 72 hours of aging on everything I buy. It's always good to look at the bright side of life. Try finding Wessex Burley Slice right now. Nearly impossible. Thank the Lord I stocked up. I mean, I'll be honest. The reason I buy so much Cornell and Deal, now that I think about it, is that it's available. I've occasionally tried to fill my basket with, a random European blend. But all my favorite memories of 3 or 4 years ago of the stuff that I have had. Robert McConnell's Scottish flake or Scottish mixture. It's a red tin. I'll get flashes when I'm going through these pages of like, oh, I've had that. Oh, I've had that. Can't have it now. I'm relegated to the dark corner way over here in the C&D universe, where that's all I'm allowed to smoke, apparently. That and damn Perettis. They forced me into a domestic market. It's like the chains that bind. I'm trapped like a rat. I just can't get out. It's unfortunate. I got a couple damn tobaccos in there over the summer. I'm happy I found that. Oh well, if I can't smoke European stuff, at least I can drink beer like a European. You always drink beer out of a wine glass. Pinky up. That's fantastic. A little German brand, Erdinger. The wrong season for Hefeweizen, but in my mind it's always summer. Although I have no food anywhere exposable in this house, I have a deep confession to make. I have a minor gnat problem, and I feel very insecure about it. I only have 3 gnats at any one time, and even if I kill 3, the next day there's another 3. And I can't seem to solve it. I bought fly traps of every variety you could ever imagine. I've watched YouTube videos on how to create DIY gnat traps. I've done vinegar, apple cider vinegar, fly tape, Raid. I've done it all. But I have 3 gnats. I feel like it will be permanent residents of this household. I'm not sure how I feel about that. What is everybody else smoking tonight? I hate to look at the calories in the back of this thing. Popcorn should not be so caloric, but somehow it manages to be. I thank God I didn't discover kettle corn as a kid. If I had, I'd be in bad shape. Like the first time I had kettle corn, I was like 30 years old. Even growing up in the Midwest, it was not a thing. I'd never heard of it, never came across it until I was about roughly 30 at some kind of fair in Indianapolis. And the moment I discovered kettle corn, I was both elated and completely pissed off that I'd never discovered it before. I felt like my parents had cheated me out of one of the simple pleasures of life, which is kettle corn. I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. I smoked some salmon with Navy flake. I wish I knew what Navy flake was. There's so many different manufacturers or blenders make Navy flake. And about once a year, I'll Google it. You know, what makes Navy flake Navy flake? What is the combination that defines it? And I always forget, so I always have to ask. In fact, I'll Google it again right now. McBaron Navy flake gets a decent reputation. Kind of. What makes... So Navy flake or Navy tobacco or Navy cut is a burley tobacco. In colonial times, sailors twisted tobacco into a roll and, quote unquote, tied it tightly, often moistened with the leaves of rum, molasses, or spice solutions. Stored in this way, the flavors melded. To smoke it, a slice was cut, known as a twist or a crow. That's interesting. This sounds like something right up my aisle. What defines a Navy? This is a common question, by the way. It's on pipesmagazine.com for 2011. Can we talk Navy flake? What makes a Navy flake a Navy flake? Interesting. A Navy flake would be a blend of tobaccos that are pressed under the Peretti method, also flavored with rum. I did not know that. So every Navy flake technically is a rum-topped tobacco? If so, hey Ron, if that's true, then my hunt for rum tobaccos, I could have just been looking for Navy flakes. I really had no idea. You gotta be shitting me. So all Navy flakes have like a detectable level of rum in them. I really did not know that. Not heavy, okay. Yeah, I'm assuming the rum dries out or dries off of it. Let's see what Sammy Gawith. We'll see the rating of Sammy Gawith Navy flake is here. It's got a 3.2. I never look at the most relevant ratings because they're like 10 years old. I'm gonna go with the newest rating. The newest rating is this year. And this guy says, frankly, the rum smell is very noticeable, but it does not correlate into smoking. Interesting. I perceived a hint of rum once, but that required a lot of focus. Okay, this is a good point. this is a good point. I'm going to stop reading the review there. I noticed the same thing with cigars. You can, I don't care whether it be bourbon or rum or whatever it is, cognac. I've tried this at least 8 to 10 times. You can take a great cigar, an okay cigar or a bad cigar, and you can dip it in whatever you want lightly and toke through it, and it will not take on that flavor. So I think it's tricky to soak tobacco in an alcohol and then get it to actually impart itself on the smoky flavor of it. It's kind of apples and oranges in that sense. Semi-Gawith has some rum, but it's not heavy at all. Okay. Their Balkan flake is pretty decent as well. Gotta try them. Haven't had either in a very long time at least. Tonight we're going to, I got enough battery power now, I can head outside. We're going to smoke a little Bayou morning flake. I have a little rum, but I'm not going to pour it in my pipe. I don't think it would do much good. No, I almost thought about it, and then I decided not to do it. The rum I would use, though, if I were to soak any of this, probably over the course of like 2 days, I'll grab it. It is a unusual rum. This has become popular over the last, I don't know, 3-4 years. It's Zaya rum. I've had Appleton's, which is like a classic Jamaican rum, highly rated. This is a little more of a, it doesn't, it's almost like you can smell the cane sugar in it. Very molassesy. But it's got something else. It's hard to put your finger on. Most bars in Chicago would probably start making cocktails with this. This is like the new cocktail mixer type of rum. Zaya. Pretty tasty little ditty. I would agree with that. All right. Let me find a lighter, a camphor, and then it's smoky time. All right. Jaya, not Zima University. You're too young to know what Zima is. Zima was a wine cooler type of drink back in 1994, 95, 96. Horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. That was after Bartles and James, and Bruce Willis used to be in Bartles and James commercials. If you YouTube this, you can still find it probably. All right. light on. I guess I didn't need a big jacket. It's about 65 degrees out here. Better to be safe than sorry. We used to stink my friend's mom's Zims, I'm assuming, Zima, and put either Skittles or Jolly Ranchers. I forgot about that. Zima and Jolly Ranchers, that was a big thing. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Seagrams, golden wine coolers, Seagrams. Turns out Seagram's wine coolers, I think, were nothing but malt liquor, but it was a hell of a marketing campaign. I'll bring the speaker up. You could always use a little copyright-free jazz in the background. How about some old Granddad Bonded? Great for the cost. That sounds familiar, but I can't picture it, to be honest. I don't remember the Zima commercials. I just remember when it came out. This is nice. This is very nice. You can't be in a rush when you're smoking, well, most anything, but this one specifically, Bayou Morning by Cornell and Deal. And the reason I say that is I had a bowl earlier this morning, maybe 10 a.m., 10:30, and I was kind of freight training it. And to be honest, it wasn't that great, and this slow jazz is making me slow down a little bit. It's so weird how the exact same tobacco, just a few hours apart, in the same day, can be maybe not radically different, but significantly different. I suppose I prefer Fruity Pebbles in a bowl of... I like the way that Bayou Morning does Perique. This is kind of the upper echelon in terms of Perique concentration that I think a tobacco should have. It's there, it's kind of pushing the boundary, but it doesn't overwhelm the blend. And to be honest, sometimes, every couple tokes, you almost don't taste it, and then you'll get like a surge of Perique, and it's almost too much, but it's never quite too much. It really rides that line very, very well. A very well balanced blend. When I was 32, I took a girl on a second date to this place in Indianapolis. There's this boathouse overlooking a river. Very nice place. I'm 6'2". She was like 6 feet. A little strange for me. But we walked up to the bar and she said, "I'll have a Black Russian." I thought she was joking. I didn't know what a Black Russian was. And I wanted to be cool, and I was like, "Oh yeah, those are good. I'll have one too." We walked outside. This is like maybe April, late April, early May. It was a little chilly in Indiana at that time. Just warm enough where you could sit outside, look at the river, boats coming up and down. Very pretty, picturesque. We sat down, we started talking, and I took my glass and I took a sip of that Black Russian. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is this? But I masked it as best I could, and I'm like, oh, this is very different from the Black Russians I've had, which I've never had one. And so, in order to cheat and figure out what the hell was in it, I asked her, what's in their Black Russian? It was rough, man. It was rough. Agree, Ryan S. Agree. Scarecrow just came today. I'm having high expectations beyond Penzance, beyond all McClellan. Those are some serious expectations, University. When I think Scarecrow, I think Diane, that song was on. Can somebody Google the content of a Black Russian? I'm now curious. So White Russian would be vodka, Kahlua, and milk. A Black Russian would be vodka, Kahlua, and something that doesn't make it white. I have no idea, but it can't be good. You'd almost have to put like Pepsi in it or something. No, it's a real drink. I'm not making it up. It's a real thing. It's pure. You don't really see it in movies or ever see it in public, but this girl ordered it. That's probably what it is. It's probably Peretti's and vodka. Ryan, I agree. I am also holding close to my chest and in high regard GL Peretti's. Or GL. Peas. Sorry. Wow, that was a Freudian slip. I might have to apologize for that. GL Peretti's. That's not funny, to be honest. GL Peretti's. Ah, you got a tin of Cairo. Very nice. What do you mean sometime? You gotta crack it. When tobacco arrives at your door, in my opinion, you gotta crack it open and taste it right away. I was never good with the whole Christmas waiting to open my presents type of thing. Way too impatient. Why does the atmosphere of your streams always resemble David Lynch movies? Dark and mystifying. I think it's the music. I was listening to The Doors writing Riders on the Storm. So it was a rainy night tonight. That song still holds up. Timeless classic. It's a good pipe smoking song as well. I apologize. I now have 100 tins open in jars. All right, I'm going to give you a pass on that one then. Hey, public, have you tried the GLP's blend with brandy? Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out, time out, time out. If there's a GLP's with brandy, I would know about it. And if I don't, I would order it tomorrow first thing. I don't think there is one. But, oh. We're not going to talk about Windjammer on this channel. It's not a worthy tobacco. If that had brandy in it, then I'm a Peretti's lover. Barbary Coast. I've had it. We're talking, slow down. I've had Barbary Coast. I've had Haddo's Delight. I mean, there's a difference, guys, between sprayed with a little bit of brandy, perfumey type of coating versus like soaked in brandy. So these are topped. It's not quite the same thing. I mean, topping's not bad. Don't get me wrong. A little topping. University Flake has a little topping, but it's not like infused with brandy. Barbary Coast is a pretty challenging blend to smoke. I would give it a shot again. I wouldn't buy it. I'd probably buy it. I'd buy a 2-ounce tin. But the first time I smoked it, this is going back about 4 or 5 years ago, it is so overpowering. And I give it credit for that. If you're going to be an aromatic, go for the gusto. But when's the last time you saw a YouTube review of somebody smoking Barbary Coast? There's a reason. There's a reason why you don't see those. Maybe with aging. Well, the post office is slowing down, so if I order it today, it might get here in 10 years. I never had the Beast. I didn't know the Beast was soaked in rum. Interesting. In a good way? University? Was it good or was it just dominant? The trick is to air them for a week or two. Windjammer was all alcohol first 2 days, 17th day. Hardly noticeable. No, the Windjammer for me had nothing to do with the topping or infusing, if you want to call it that. Windjammer, I just barely got any. Virginia or tobacco taste out of it, to be honest. I'm with my recent fascination with Fraser and the sherry infused wine. It'd be interesting to find tobacco that was infused with sherry. It'd have to be an English blend of some kind. A very sophisticated blend. Why doesn't Cornell and Deal make a Navy blend? I must be missing something. They have to. Or GLPs. Maybe they have one, but they don't call it that. But every other blender has a navy blend. Why does C&D or GLPs not have one? C&D probably has 5 navy ones, but go and find them if you can. No, I'm serious. The word navy in Cornell and Deal, I don't think it exists in the entire portfolio. I'm almost positive it doesn't. Actually, I can't think of a navy blend I was happy with the amount of rum in it. I would agree. I've mentioned one. I mentioned one a couple times. I only bought it once. It's got the word. It sounds like after dinner, or it's got the word dinner or after hours, maybe. It was decent. It was a little rough, but I can smoke rough. Let me look it up here. It wasn't Jamaican rum, that's for sure. After hours. There we go. I'm going to put in the link here. It's coming up with a solid 2.9 rating. But I think this tobacco, and I'm being dead serious, I think this tobacco has possibilities. I think if you bought this tobacco and did something with it, I think you could take it from like a B minus to an A minus, because it does have real rum flavor, but it's a little rough around the edges. You need like a miter saw to round those things off. But it's not a light tobacco. It's got plenty of body. If you poured a little rum in the tin and let it sit for a couple days and dried it back out, it might be interesting. Jack, I don't know how I can, to be honest. That's both a true statement, but also a very depressing statement. How can I trust tobacco reviews? I can't. I can't. Well, I'll say this, Jack, and I forgot who said it here. It was about 2 weeks ago. Somebody said people will post on tobacco reviews just to say something, not because they really have something high quality to say. So that does bring it into question. But I also feel that most people who would buy Perettis are probably in the Northeast, and that's maybe the only high name or real non-OTC tobacco they've had. So they're real excited about it, and they're aromatic smokers, and they haven't smoked a lot of other things, and so they're like, I need to post about this. Like that's my hypothesis, because I don't know how any of that stuff gets 3 2s, 3 3s, 3 4s. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Did you all convince David that Barbary has brandy? No, it has brandy. No, I've had Barbary Coast, and I couldn't smoke it. I think I threw half the tin away. But this is back in 2016. This is a long time ago. I'll go out and buy it tomorrow if it was locally available, because it's an interesting blend to have occasionally, and God knows I have enough Perettis to mix it with. They should cross promote Barbary Coast and Peretti's, saying we're nothing special by ourselves, but if you mix us with that, it's salvageable. I think there's an asterisk on Peretti's that says salvageable with Barbary Coast, and then Barbary Coast has the same asterisk, salvageable with Peretti's. I'm not kidding. I think it'd be interesting. Shane Ireland's tasting notes, all of them are positive. What was your favorite TX? Favorite Peretti's? This is a safe zone. This is a this is a Peretti safe zone. Anyone can say anything they want about Peretti's. No judgment. I could go for some Hottos again. I don't think about it, to be honest. I still have a jar of Haunted Bookshop from 2016. It wasn't my favorite. Very thin strips and kind of light. Kind of light? Kind of light? Haunted Bookshop is kind of light? Come on. I recently purchased an 8 ounce of this crop. It was way better, thicker strips. Kind of light? That doesn't sound right. 333 TX, I got some inside, but I didn't have to smoke a bunch of it to see past their sauce. This is a very important comment that TX made. I had to smoke a bunch of it to see past their sauce. To see past their sauce. That's a bumper sticker. That's a quote. I'm going to pin that. See, that's why TX has the moderator status here. That's going right to the goddamn top. I ordered more of this since the crop was very good. Haunted Bookshop is a hit or miss. I agree with that, Igor. I agree with that. I've had it 4 times. I made a video about it many years ago, and it was hit or miss, bowl to bowl. To be honest, it was a wild card. A thinner smoke. I don't think there's anything thin about that. Pegasus. I had some great memories from Pegasus. I've had some not so great Pegasus, but I've had some great Pegasus. And I saw the 1981 movie when I was a kid, Clash of the Titans, and so every time I smoked Pegasus, I had no joke. I had recollections of that fantastic movie. I might watch that tonight, actually. That was a great movie. Claymation was good. Medusa. I literally smoked nothing but 333 for like a week. Oh my God. Oh, you took one for the team. And then I began to like it. Really good burly. Once your taste buds do whatever they do to get comfortable with the sauce. Ah, that sounds painful. I'll give it a shot tonight. I'm about halfway through this bowl. I'll load up some 333 for you, TX. I'll agree with you halfway. I think it takes some getting used to, but my opinion is it shouldn't take that much work. to appreciate a mediocre blend. That's where I stand. Yeah, once you burn off the taste buds, it's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, that haunted bookshop was a miss. I still keep it to see how it changes over the years. Jesus Christ, if it's 2 ounces, throw it away. Mmm. 30 miles from Greece must be Cyprus or Italy. Or a little tobacco island that Wonder Woman grew up on. Burley Island. 8 ounce on a bookshop. Oh, 8 ounces. Okay. Well, Tashkent. Pashkent. That's technically has a little Lattakey in it. You know what I should do? I should smoke before I get too much further through this Bayou morning. I'm a big fan of smoking 2 pipes at once. I've said it for years. I still believe it today. I'm going to go get that 333 right now. We'll see how it holds up. Let's see what TX is talking about. By God. I don't think this 333 has a chance, but we'll see. .333 doesn't get the Italian pipes. It gets your corn cob. What's that quote in the Silence of the Lambs? The girl is down in the well, and Buffalo Bill says, "Put the lotion on the skin or get the hose again." That's how I feel about 333. But all right. It gets the hose. No, it doesn't get to talk to the other tobaccos. That's a true statement. All right. They double bag this stuff so it won't pollute your other tobaccos in the pantry, by the way. All right, 333. I smell the sauce. It's topped like a mother. I've said it before, but it's like fabric softener. It is. The charring light's always the worst because it takes a while to burn off, so I get that. But man, it's almost like not tobacco. It's very artificial tasting. I mean, Carter Hall has a little bit of a softening agent to it, but this is way beyond Carter Hall. Way, way, way beyond. Every puff requires a light. Yes, this shit doesn't burn. I've said it before. It tastes like Downy. This is an American classic, a premium blend, 2-ounce blend. My mind is ready, all right. Okay, we got to burn it now. We got to burn them. The fabric, the Snuggles has officially caught fire. I set this Bayou morning down for about at least 4 minutes. Still burns. That's nice. It's great just to put your whole hand over the entire bowl. Really restrict the flow to kind of pull the cherry down into the tobacco after it's been setting for a couple minutes. It gives you the same toking experience of a churchwort. Like you get a tight draw. I can feel my palm on the inside being sucked down into the bowl, and because it's halfway down, there's not that much heat, so I'm not burning a hole through my hand. It's a weird experience, actually. It's like the middle of my hand has a heartbeat every time I toke on it. All right, back to this shit. You know when you have a Solani's aged burley flake. So this is a fair comment. The charring light on Solani aged burley flake, which is a very good blend. It's a little heavily topped for my taste. The first charring light tastes like this a little bit, to be honest. That's why I'm not a huge fan of Solani aged burley flake. It's almost too softened. Mid bowl, all that burns off, and it's a little more pure, but it's heavily conditioned. You don't really get a true burley experience in aged burley flake compared to like Wessex burley size. This is the best bounce sheet that I've ever smoked. It's fantastic. No static cling. I mean, it's not rough. It's just, and it's not crap either. So I mean, there's, there's pleasant smells, but it's not tobacco. It's almost like a vape pen, to be honest. That's the most fair thing I can say about it. It's like a mimicry of tobacco, like a synthetic tobacco. Yeah, university. You know what I'm talking about with H. Burley slice, H. Burley flake. Sorry. Yeah, H. Burley flake. If you can get past the first, 10 draws, it burns off for the most part. But there's a reason why I don't stock up on it, and I think I have a lot of respect for H. Burley flake because I think it gets people into Burley, and it's an approachable Burley. Same thing with McBaron Golden Extra. I used to love that blend. I thought that was also, it's an everybody blend, but it had enough for me after the first charring light to settle down to become like a real veteran appreciated tobacco. All right, it's settling down a little bit. I'm getting hints that what I'm smoking now actually grew from the ground and wasn't fabricated in a lab. It's burning better as well, so now it's finally burning. If I could, I mean, I wouldn't mind smoking this if I could have somebody else smoke the first quarter bowl for me and just hand it to me with a fresh stem. Because now I'm thinking, okay, I burned off all the crap. I'm multitasking. I'm getting some decent flavor. I'm working on my computer. But it's a lot of work to get to this level. You could smoke lane 1Q, charring light, bam, you're home. You have some aromatic, you have some sweetness, you got some real tobacco flavor. You don't have to work. Mr. Kimball, welcome. I'm not even going to try to catch you up on what's happened. Solani has dried fruits, chocolate taste. Wessex has more of nuts and chocolate. Agree with that. I left this tin of 333 open overnight. I left the bag open to the air, so the top part got, pretty dried out, I would say. So it's not like I just cracked the tin for the first time tonight. It's had many hours of being exposed to the air. I think no one smokes McClellans. They just shuffle the tins around. That's a good. You know what, Igor? That's deserving of being pinned. I'm gonna pin that one. Roll it up in a zigzag. See how it smokes then. Mr. Kimball, what are you smoking tonight? TX, it's getting better. Okay, it's getting better. I'll be fair to Peretti's. It's getting better. But I feel like I'm cheating on my my Bayou morning. So I'm going to put this down. It'll probably go out in about a third of a second.